Hey everybody, just a quick Monday morning video. Had some questions about some of these indicators, and I thought I would do a quick walkthrough about what I'm staring at. Right now, this is a 30-minute chart, and the only thing I've got loaded is pivot points, pivot alerts. So if you're trading pivot points, this is going to give you when to buy in, when to short. I use them as confirming notifications. Yes, they're alerts. Yes, you can set them as an alert inside of TradingView. But right now, because I like pivot points, they give me some direction. They at least tell me which way it's going to flow. So that's pivot points. The second thing that I usually add to this, let's go here and let's turn on the bot. And now you can see what I'm talking about as far as the confirming signals go. This is giving me a long signal. This is giving me a pivot buy. And it's also giving me a trend shift. So it is telling me that it's okay to be in this. It's a good entry. We don't know how far it's going to go. But what we do know is we're going to get the same alerts when she starts to come back down, right? So this took a long tick. This took profit here. We got a higher high here, which is the new pivot point here, which is 40.14. We got a short signal here. We got a confirming pivot signal here. We got a confirming trend shift here. And then, of course, she continued down. And she just kind of stayed right in this channel until we got the next long signal. But again, this is a 30-minute chart. This is where we're at this morning. And she just kind of bounced around a little bit. So that's two things. That's pivot points and that's the treasure bot. Now, if I want to see some support and resistance, and wait for this to load, again, we're going to get pivot points, we're going to get trend changes, and we're going to get dojis. So, how powerful are dojis? Well, you need to pay attention to them. Up here we got a bearish doji, and she went down. We got a bullish harami here. You can see these are dojis. Told us to jump into a long. Well, it was kind of a tiny one. But, then again, it told us what to do. We got into a pivot sell here with a trend shift. Stop loss. Got into a long. Trend shift going back up. Same thing. We got a doji here. Got a higher low. The next candle, of course, was a long signal, so we jumped back in. Those are all very valuable and very important indicators. Now, if we go into the pillaging system, which is kind of everything, you can't lose. Let me turn this off, turn pivots off, and we'll just leave the bot on. This tells us that we've got a channel going to break down. This tells us we've got a channel that's going to break up based on the Bollinger Band center line. Because that's what this is. This is a Bollinger Band. And you know how powerful Bollinger Bands are, right? We got a short signal here, told us to jump in. We got a short take profit here. We got a trend shift and a channel down here. So if we jumped into long, or we jumped into short, it's telling us we're still safe in that short. And she's going to come down to here. We ride it out to here. We get a long signal. We jump back into the long. We got trend shift alert here. Not much happened. We got a short signal here. But again, now we're just going sideways, so we have to watch it. For scalping, I always depend on 7 Cs and hidden gold. This is going to give me market sentiment, what's being bought and sold on the different exchanges. And of course, it's tied to God mode. So God mode told us to go long, and there we go. Now, just for the heck of it, let's jump out to 1 hour. Now, 1 hour is telling us that we've got an alert channel. She's going to start breaking to the upside, so chances are she's going to go long. On the 1 hour, we still got the breakdown here. Always go left. If you don't believe the signals, go left. If you jumped into long way down here at 5 o'clock on the 15th and rode it all the way to here, see she broke above the Bollinger Bands. That means she's going to start coming back down. So she started here, she started here. We got a trend shift, we got a channel down. And of course, she's riding herself back down. And this goes on and on and on. Point I'm trying to make is you have to look at the signals. If you don't understand what's going on here, if you don't understand this, go back and look here and see what happened. What happened? What happened here? What happened here? What happened here? In order to stay on top of it, you have to know what the signals are doing. I want to see if I can get this thing to... Bear with me here for a second. I'm going to swing this out, hit automatic. Swing this back over. And I just switched this to a 7-minute. This is a 7-minute chart. I like to bank on the trend shifts. The trend shifts in the Bollinger Band is going to tell me what's going to happen. 9 times out of 10. Trend shift. Short take profit. She came back down. She reversed. She reversed again. Got this long ass wick. But we got a long signal from it. And we wrote it back up. Pretty simple. But the only way to learn how to use the alerts and learn how to use what's going on the screen is to dissect it. And you have to dissect it and go back and you have to look left. Look left, see what happened. And if you want to get an idea of what's going on in here, that'll tell you. And if you want to see what's going on in the Bollinger Band, blow it up. You can see she's going above the trend line. She's going above the center line. She can't get to the top, so she's going to reverse. Oh, she reversed. Hits the center line, doesn't break below it, and she's going to try and run back up again. Now it's throwing dojis. Dojis are candles of indecision. What's it going to do? Well, in this particular market, and there's no volume, we kind of look down at God mode, and what's God mode saying? Well, God mode says we're in a short, but it's not doing anything. So you got to wait and see. Keep your eye on it. If you're running the bot's going to make a decision for you. If you're doing it manually, then you have to sit on your hands and decide. You have to wait. And that's about as simple as I can make it. I use Heiken candles. It paints the candles differently. You guys don't have that. If I want to take the put the pivot points back in, because I like to have the pivot points back in. We've got a pivot point right here. This is a mark we got to break. And it doesn't look like she's going to do it. This is kind of a really weak channel. But you can see that the bot, we've got a stop loss here, got a take profit here, we've got the pivot buy going on here. This is a confirmed bearish harami. These do not repaint. But you have to remember, these signals in this bot are 100% accurate. They're going to call the tops and the bottoms. Whether you decide to follow them is entirely up to you. Or whether you decide to let the bot follow it, again, that's entirely up to you. I can only provide the tools that are going to tell you where it's going and what it's doing. And the rest is up to you. Let's go look at the 4-hour real quick. Let me move my ass out of the way. I'll move this up here. So what's today look like? What's the 4-hour look like? Well, we got a doji, and this is telling us the channel's going up. Well, 9 times out of 10, channel's going to go up. We've got a pivot point. We've got a higher high right here. And that's at 40.40. Well, actually, that's at about 40.38. And that's where this is going to try and tick up to. And we'll just have to wait and see. But with that being said, it's just a quick video, quick run through with the indicators, what they're doing this morning. And we'll talk to you guys all later. I'll see you in the group.